Drivers who travel long distance at night often see and experience terrifying things that are hard to believe. Some of these stories they tell people, while others they keep secret because they think no one will believe them. These drivers travel on lonely roads. They witness many accidents, see destroying vehicles, and sometimes experience strange things that cannot explain. But the story I'm telling you today is different from all this. A driver and his friend were driving on one of the road in Jordan when suddenly one of the truck tires burst. The place they were passing through was completely disaster. There is no light anywhere except their vehicle. And there they faced something truly terrifying. Welcome to my channel, my dear friends. Let's begin this story. The driver telling us this story is named Rajab. He's from Jordan. He worked for a transport company and drove truck delivering goods to nearby towns. His life was normal and his job was going well until one day a friend of his named Ibrahim called him. Ibrahim said, "Brother, I have urgent problem. I need you to pick some goods and bring them to me." Ibrahim lived in Balqa city in Jordan. The distance between them was about 213 kilometers. Ajab said, "At first I hesitated. I didn't want to make that trip, but because he was my friend, he insisted." Ibrahim told him, "I will pay you, please help me. In 2 days, I'm traveling and I need these goodies urgently." That was where the story truly began. Rajab accepted. "Okay, no problem." He prepared the goodies, but before leaving, he knew that the road was dangerous. After driving sometimes on the highway, you will leave the private road and enter desert area. He thought it's better not to travel alone. Anything could happen, so he called another friend named Ahmed. That was a wise decision because our Prophet Muhammad ﷺ taught that traveling alone is not good. Traveling with 2 or 3 people is better. Ahmed agreed immediately. "And I am ready. Let's go." They eat lunch together, Brian Asser, and around 6 p.m. they started their journey. Rajab loved traveling at night. He thought it would be peaceful, but he had no idea what disaster waiting for him. Before leaving, they carefully checked the truck, its tires, oil, and everything else. The truck was new, but they still inspected it. Then they began driving after some time. They entered desert road suddenly. A chap heard a very strange sound. It sounded like tire exploding. At first, he thought maybe one of the tracker tires burst, but when he looked at Ahmed looked calm as if he heard nothing. A chap became confused. Am I the only one hearing this? They kept driving. Then suddenly Ahmed shouted. At that moment, their four signals disappeared. They said, "It's okay, Allah with us. The signal will return later." While waiting for the signal to return, they reached a fork in the road, 2 different roads. But there was no GPS, no phone signals, no location. They didn't know which road to take. As they were wandering, they noticed a truck just like they're parking on the other side of the road. They thought, "Let's ask that driver." So Hijab got out and walked toward the truck driver. He greeted the driver, "Assalamu alaikum." The man replied, "Wa alaikum assalam." Hijab asked, "Brother, we need direction. We don't know which road to take." The stranger asked, "Where are you going?" Hijab explained. The man replied, "Take the road on the right. Just keep driving." "Really?" "Yes, you will reach your destination." "Thank you." Hijab turned to Ahmed. Ahmed asked, "What did he say?" Hijab answered, "He told us to take the right road." Ahmed looked uneasy. This place feels strange. But Hijab said, "Come on, let's go. Say Bismillah. Nothing will happen." And they continued forward. After the old man gave them direction, they were still confused, but they started driving on the right road. As they continued, they noticed that this road was very rough and broken. It was full of stones, and the darkness was getting worse. They were surprised. They asked themselves, why did that old man send us to such a bad road while driving on the road rough? Ahmed started hearing strange noises coming from the truck. Brother, is your truck broken? Why is it making these sounds? Ijab replied, no, nothing is wrong. I checked everything before we left. Ahmed said, but I can hear strange sounds. Ijab answered, don't worry. When we arrive, we will check it. Right now, we can't stop here. They kept driving soon. Soon they reached a place full of water, a very large area standing water. Ijab said yesterday there was heavy raining. This must be rainwater. But he was scared. We don't know if there is deep hole under this water. I am afraid the truck could get stuck. Ahmed said, we have no other choice. We must cross slowly. So they said Bismillah and carefully drove into the water. While they were in the middle of water, one of the tires suddenly exploded. Now their problem became even worse. They got out and started changing the tire, but this was where the real fear began. Suddenly Ahmed said, did you hear that? What is happening there? Rajab asked, what is it? Ahmed said, are there wild animals here? Let's leave this place quickly. They hurried and fixed the tire as fast as possible. Then they agreed if we continue on this road, we may be in a danger. Rajab said, I don't trust that old man anymore. Maybe he lied to us. Let's go back to the place where we lost the phone signal. Then we can find the correct road. So they turned back. While driving back on the rough road, they suddenly saw another car in front of them. But this car looked very old. A chap said, all the cars are normal, but I have traveled all over Jordan, and I have never seen a car this old. It looked like a car from old movie. The car was moving very slowly. A chap honking the horn, but the driver did not react. Ahmed said, maybe the driver is sleeping. Go and check. So Ichab stopped the truck and got out. He walked toward the strange old car, but when he looked inside, his eye could not believe what he saw. He ran back in fear. Ahmed asked, what happened? Ichab said, what I saw in that car was not a human. There was something inside, something I have never seen before. It looked like animal, but not really animal. It was something terrifying. Then Ichab explained, when I looked at the driver, his face did not look like a human. In the passenger seat, there was something that looked like goat, but mixed with something else. It was horrible. It looked like evil itself was driving that car. Ahmed became terrified. Then they reached the place where they had first met the old man. But this time, the old man looked different. Before he had a lot of hair. Now, he was completely bald. A chap said, this is not the same old man. Ahmed replied, no, it's him. A chap said, then where did this hair go? Ahmed said, I don't know. A chap became angry. I wanted to hit him. He clearly lied to us. But Ahmed stopped him. Leave him. Let's just go. As they drove past him, the old man looked at them and slowly said, so, how was the road? Was it good? Ijab and Ahmed were shocked. They thought, this old man making fun of us? But Ahmed said, just keep driving. So they kept going. After driving for some time, they finally returned to the place where they had lost the signal. Then they found the correct road. They continued safely. By Allah's protection, they arrived safely at the city, and they delivered the goods to Ibrahim. A chap said, I could not believe what happened that night. It stayed in my mind. My friend D and I returned safely to the city. But even after that, for 3 months, he kept having bad dreams. Scary dreams come again and again. He said, that was the strangest and the most shocking thing that had ever happened to me while driving. Then he said something important. Did one thing right that night? He meant bring his friend Ahmed with him. He said, imagine if I had traveled alone that night. What do you think would have happened to me? I went through so much fear. If I had been alone, It would have been much harder and more painful. The end Allah save us. Then he gave advice to the viewers. He said, the lesson of this story is, first, if you are traveling, it's better to travel with another person. Second, read your daily prayers and read the Quran before traveling. Because if you listen only to music and forget remembrance of Allah, it's like inviting bad things during your journey. At those times, accidents and the problems can happen. So I wanted to say something to my viewers. I wanted to hear your opinion. What do you think about the way I edit this story like movie? Thank you to everyone who stayed until the end. Please tell me if I should continue making stories like this or if I should change something. I really love your support and your messages. We have now reached the end of this video. Until we meet in another story, goodbye and may Allah protect you.